Hello everyone, and coming on back to the channel. I appreciate you stopping on back in here. Hope that you're having a great day wherever you are, a great night. Maybe you're relaxing in bed. Maybe you got the phone kind of like this, you know, you got it sideways, your partner's in bed trying to sleep next to you, and you pulled up the video and you forgot that you had the volume at full blast, and you immediately got me saying, "What's up, guy?" You know, hey, wherever you are, I appreciate you stopping on in, especially as we finish out The Raven That Refused to Sing. We're going to move on into the final track, which just happens to also be the title track of the album. So I hope that you guys have enjoyed listening to some Steven Wilson here on the channel. I know that he has been much requested, and here we are at the finish line for this particular album. So let's go ahead and give it a listen. We'll talk about it after. Let's dive right in.
Sing for me, sing for me. You can come with me, you can live with me. Heal my soul, make me whole.
I love that. It's a great sound.
Sister, I lost you when you were still a child,
Sounds like a fretless 2 behind that.
but I lead you now,
Yeah.
and I lead out from a light. I'm afraid to wait, I'm afraid to love.
This is a really nice arrangement.
Just because I'm weak, you can steal my dreams. You can reach inside my head. You can put your son there instead. Please come to me. Please stay with me. Sing to the rain. I miss you so much. Sing to the lily. I miss you so much.
I heard that side roll in there. I don't want to speak too quick on it. There's still 7 seconds technically left, so hold on. Just making sure there's no hidden track, no anything like that. Okay. I don't want to speak too soon, but I am going to speak too soon because that's kind of what I'm here for. Is that the best track on the album? I'm leaning on a first listen. I'm leaning heavily towards, yes, that's the best track on the album, living up to the name and the namesake of being the title track. I mean, when you get to a title track in an album, you expect it to if not be the best track, to make a big impact, to be a big splash in the album. Here, being left at the end, you're expecting it to conclude the album thoroughly, satisfyingly, and I think that The Raven 100% did it. Really enjoyed Steven's vocals here. Love the setup, just the calm, kind of somber, but not necessarily dark and grim. Just a calm somberness. What's the adjective for somberness? Just describing that whole scene, right, and bringing up that scene. And from the very first moments, you're kind of giving or getting an idea of what this track could be about. Sing for me. You can come with me. You can live with me. Heal my soul. Make me whole. The Raven sings in a dream. So someone's looking for some healing of what and from what you don't quite know at this particular point. That's revealed near the end, or midway point, I should say. But the way that the music comes up, just gliding along with that, composition and orchestration is so satisfying to listen to in this track. Everything makes sense that comes in. When the drums came in, first just getting a little hi-hat, right? To be 100% honest, I was actually leaning towards, I hope this track doesn't have drums in it, just because of how strong the melodies were being built up before that. But I said, let's trust in Steven. In Steven, I trust. And the trust was definitely earned and respected, because when the drums did come in and the music became more grand in its finale, like it just swung and enriched the richness of the melodies that we heard before, just giving a certain rhythm. Really, really gorgeous to listen to that. I enjoyed everything about this track. I thought it was a wonderful send-off to the album. And once again, it may be my first listen, but I'm going to lean towards this being my favorite on the album. I won't say it's the best because that's subjective, but it is my favorite. I can easily say that. Going on into the lyrics again. Sister, I lost you when we were still a child, but I need you now and I need our former life. I'm afraid to wake, I'm afraid to love. See, that's kind of interesting. So we're of course getting the loss, the grieving, you know, I lost you when we were both kids. But even now I'm thinking back, and not only do I want you back, but I want our former life back. You can imagine a brother and sister growing up together, they're kids, they play, blah, 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 but then sister dies. And then, of course, brother keeps on growing up, keeps on growing up. And at some point, I think all of us can relate to the idea of wanting to go back and be a child again, or like to kind of live through those times, you know, that sense of nostalgia. A little bit of a different kind of, I don't want to say carefree, because, you know, there's still different cares, but it's different when you're a kid. And so we're getting that sense of loss, not only of course, his sister, but the loss of childhood, the loss of innocence. And he wants to go back to that age there. And he says he's afraid to wake and afraid to love. He's afraid to move on, to wake up from this dream, because apparently there's some sort of, you know, I don't know, vision happening, because before that says the raven sings in a dream. So he's having a dream, and he wants to go back to that life. He wants to go back, but he's also scared to move forward. Just because I'm weak, you can steal my dreams. You can reach inside my head. You can put your song there instead. Please come with me. Please stay with me. Sing to me, Raven. I miss her so much. Sing to me, Lily. Now giving her name. I miss you so much. So once again, it's just kind of reinforcing that idea to me reading it, that, you know, if you want to, you can stay inside my head. You can reach inside my head. Put your song there instead. But in the end, he does have to accept his sister's, you know, death, and he does have to find the strength and the willpower to move on there in the end. Fantastic track, great musicianship, and it all comes together really nicely in the track too, you know, because sometimes you have these awesome musicians, and, you know, especially in prog, right, progressive music, you have all this beautiful, wonderful technical wizardry, but sometimes it gets a little lost in translation, going off and doing this. This was really nicely stated. And even for example, this whole track has a really big emotional impact, right? Even musically. And part of the reason I was making the comments about the drums and me not really wanting them was because the impact can be lost if you add in too much, right? And drums in prog can sometimes go a little crazy with it. So you did get a few fills in there where I'm like, you didn't need to fit that many kick rolls in the fills or toms, but honestly, still at the same time, it was perfectly stated in the music. It didn't go overboard, and it still matched the emotional capacity of everything that was happening around it. So, awesome track, great album. Hopefully you guys enjoyed listening to it alongside with me. I hope that you did, sincerely. Please let me know your thoughts down below. Comment section, you know what to do by now. You've been here long enough. Twitter, Patreon if you enjoy what I do and want to support me. Otherwise, that's the video. I'll see you all later, guys. Bye.